introduction.
And Kelley.
Okay. So can we have an opening comment about the win tonight?
A positive that I can say is that set one was everything that we worked all week to be. And then our inconsistencies, and it was really defensively on the defensive end in game two where we weren't able to actually block them. I don't know if we got frustrated or what, but balls were getting past our block, which our block is big, and for us to only have 16 blocks, but if you look at block assists and block solos, it's 10 combined. But for us to only have that and to have the size people that we have on the right side, especially because they kept going to the right side, we should have had more defensive plays on the blocking end. But.
Okay, we noticed that too. You dominated the first set, and the second set was closer, but you still pretty handily beat them the second set. It looked like the girls were relaxed and having fun, definitely in that first game. What do you think Western did differently that they adjusted to your block, to your defense, in those third and fourth games?
Early on, I know he subbed to one of his number 23, really did a lot of damage against us in the first match that we played. She had 18 kills and 3 errors, and had something like 30 or 40 attempts. She's a good player, and we were able to stop her in that first set, and then she was a non-factor, but other girls were coming in. 16 did a great job, Jordan Eatwell. She just kept hitting the ball hard. It wasn't even that she was hitting it down. She was hitting it hard to try and tool our block. So the adjustments we made at the end were to move our block in, and you saw her hit out of bounds down the line because she doesn't hit the ball down. And we talked about that in Game 3 and Game 4, and finally, in Game 4, finally consistently did that. And really, it's only one step. They kept alternating from an outside set to an inside set, which, with the size of our block, we should have been able to stop. So we'll definitely work on that tomorrow, walk through and try to fix that, because Pueblo is a big team. They are a big hitting team, a big, strong hitting team.
Yeah, this one's for Ally. You obviously are the libero, the defense of the team, or sole defender, I guess. How are you able to adjust to their hitting around the block?
When they hit around our block, we just kind of have to read and be ready to pick up anything. And I feel like tonight we were kind of slow on adjusting to the different hitters that they had going in, and they're kind of tooling us on a lot of things. So we just need to pick it up and be ready to touch anything.
Yeah. How are you gonna fuel this game for tomorrow, especially it being senior night?
Definitely use the frustration that this game gave us. I mean, we're a good team, we're good players. We just have to stay more consistent and not play up and down, and just use this game to fuel us for tomorrow and be we're not letting it happen again. I'm just gonna play our game.
Okay. We do. If we eliminate, we had 8 serving errors and 23 attacking errors, but still 10 less than what they had attacking errors. Because Jordan, the freshman, number 16, had 24 kills but also had 10 errors. And so we were able to stop her early on, and then all of a sudden our block, when they started moving her around, that's where she was able to be more successful. And we just have to be able to make adjustments on the run. And we talked about it the whole time, but just getting that block closed. And it wasn't I think that one of the things, and not an excuse, but they did set a lot higher sets, and our kids were going up in the air early and then hanging in, because we're tall, they're hitting off our arms and hitting out of bounds. And we talked about that and talked about it and being late, but they definitely used that to their advantage, Western State did. So, I know their wins and losses don't show, but they're a good team. They're a really good team, and they hang in there, and just a few errors are the difference. We definitely out-hit them. This is the first night, I want to say, the entire season that we didn't have a person hitting the negative, no one. And, we were talking as a team trying to hit 25% before the game, and we were at 23. So that was definitely an improvement. I feel like our team needs to be at 30, 35, honestly, because we have the hitting ability to do that. And I think they wanted to be realistic with where they were. But we have been hitting only 13%. So this is a huge improvement. So I see positives in that we didn't have people hitting in the negative, and I think people were being smart. We got some kills. Steph had a couple kills, and so did Mallory, tipping over the block, knowing that they saw the defense start to move backwards because they knew they were going to hit hard at them, and then they were able to adjust and tip over the top of the block. And I think we need to be open to that tomorrow night because, like I said, Pueblo is they're middle of the road as far as the conference, but you know what? If I would have to say athlete for athlete, they're better than anybody as far as their athletes. They've got a middle blocker that's, I don't know, 6'2", that can probably touch 10'5".
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's a phenomenal athlete. She's a junior college kid that she's connecting every day better and better, and we saw her in the very first tournament. So I think we have some things. They play fast, and we'll be used to that. You know, we did well blocking against them last year, so hopefully we can put this all together, and all the things that we learned from tonight's match we're able to use tomorrow night and build on that. So hopefully better hitting percentage, and then on the defensive end, blocking.
Good.